welcome back. I am recording this really late on a Wednesday evening, the first Wednesday of January, and I wanted to pop on and say Happy New Year, and I wanted to give you a bit of a update, or I need to think of a good word for this because there is no update, but I wanted to let you know how the beginning part of my no-buy year is going. So for anyone that follows me on Instagram, you will have seen that I posted a reel on New Year's Eve, and it showed me doing a bit of sale browsing, and it was a bit of a joke really, but there was definitely some truth to it. So I definitely had a number of urges in the week after Christmas when things have gone into the sale, or I don't know, there are things that I'd maybe wanted for Christmas that I hadn't got, that kind of thing. And I guess as well, I was coming towards the last day of December and realising that, I'm doing this no-buy year, and suddenly I won't be able to buy those things that I've been thinking about. So yes, I definitely had the urge to buy some stuff, and I did a lot of looking at sales. I did a lot of putting stuff in my basket and then not checking out. I did a lot of umming and ahhing over what I should spend my very limited budget on. That's another thing I should say. We literally had zero money. So I was stupidly thinking about putting it on Klarna or something like that. And yeah, I went round and round this cycle a few times. So one of the things that I looked at was buying a necklace. If I can find the one that I was looking at, I'll pop a picture of it up for you. I have quite a lot of jewellery already. You will have potentially seen that on my Instagram as well. And for whatever reason, I decided that I really wanted a plain-ish but slightly quirky gold necklace with a pearl on it, and that I wanted to be able to layer that with other things that I own. And so I'd done a bit of looking around, and I'd found something on Etsy that I really loved. It was a decent price, to be fair, for what it was. It was beautiful. I love pearls. They're one of my favourite gems. No. Stones. They're pearls. They're one of my favourite pearls. So I think it would have been a good investment, but I decided not to get it in the end, or rather, I didn't decide to get it in time to be able to order it before New Year rules kicked in on the 1st of January. So that was one of the examples. The others I don't remember. I looked a lot at Lush stuff. I looked a lot at clothing. I looked a lot at slippers, which I think I am including in my no-buy shoes rule, even though slippers are literally my life and my dogs eat them all the time. I guess that means that I'll be able to replace them if they genuinely are beyond use. I looked at coats, I looked at other jewellery, I looked at the Body Shop advent calendar. I became mildly obsessed with trying to buy one that somebody had got and wanted, and it was on eBay. Because I really like Body Shop and what they do. I like quite a lot of their stuff, but generally speaking, I really don't buy very much from there. It's not somewhere that I've got a regular product that I use, that I go in for or go onto their website for. I have a friend that does Body Shop at home, and I have bought from her a few times, but not probably for a good 6 months, might even be longer than that. So the thought that I suddenly needed this, very expensive advent calendar, I mean, it came from watching someone open one on YouTube, I think. And those are difficult triggers, aren't they? Because I love watching YouTube, so I'm going to have to think about how to deal with that. But anyway, the good news is I didn't buy anything, and I'm so pleased. I think that there is an element of regret in there, especially especially about that necklace. But I know it was the right thing not to buy it, and I expect that Etsy seller will still exist this time next year. And I can either ask for one for my birthday if I still really like it. I've put it on my favourites list, so I know I'll be able to find it if it's still there. I could ask for it for Christmas next year if I still want one. But I think really what I need to do is focus on wearing the jewellery that I already own. And I am going to do, I know I promised that I would show you a video of me kind of filling up my new jewellery box, and I didn't end up filming me actually filling it, but I will give you a bit of a show and tell of what I've got in there, because yeah, it will give you an idea of how I really don't need more jewellery. I mean, who really needs jewellery anyway, but you'll see what I mean. I've got plenty of variety. I've got lots of pieces that I love that have sentimental value. So yeah, I really didn't need that necklace, and I'm sure that I can experiment with layering some of the other ones I own. But genuinely, I don't have a necklace on today. I didn't have one on yesterday. I didn't have one on the day before, and I won't have one on tomorrow. Excuse me. So the chances are, if I continue as I am, I'm not going to even get through wearing the necklaces I own once this year, let alone a new one. So yes, really pleased that I didn't spend, even though it was perfectly allowed, it was within my rules to buy stuff that week. I think it was a good exercise in self-control, because I think it would have been so easy to go out and buy everything I thought I could possibly need for the next 12 months in the categories that I'm not spending on. I've been desperate to replace a lampshade in my lounge. I've been looking at getting new curtains for the lounge. I've been looking at replacing various things in our bedrooms that are still in the process of being sort of redecorated. And I mean, if I'd have had the money in my bank, maybe it would have been different. I don't know. But I could easily have spent a lot of money that week, even with sale prices. And I think that would have, I don't know whether it would have made me doubt myself and whether I could do this, but I think it would have made me feel guilty, which is silly maybe. And, the whole point of the no buy year is that those are the rules. But I think it would have made me think, you can't get this under control. If you have to prepare yourself for a no buy year by buying everything that you might otherwise have bought in that year, that's not really doing a no buy year for the right reasons or with the right integrity, I suppose. So I'm really pleased that I didn't. I suspect that there will be times in the coming months where I think, I wish I'd bought something like that, or I wish I'd taken advantage of that sale, whatever it was. And if that happens, I'll obviously talk that through with you guys. But right now I feel really pleased, and I have made a purchase today, which is not within my no bar rules, but I'm just for the sake of transparency. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you about every grocery shop or whatever I do, but I bought a new mouse for my laptop today because mine has been missing / broken / possibly both for a long time, and my laptop touchpad thing, is that what it's called, a touchpad, just isn't that responsive, and sometimes it can be really embarrassing because I'll be on a video call for work and it won't let me unmute my microphone or something. So I needed a new mouse. And I got one from a brand I really like. It's a really nice colour, which will brighten up my days, as silly as that sounds. And it was a really good price for the quality. Reviews were really good. Always check reviews before I buy stuff. And then I also bought a board game that my husband and I had considered getting with some Christmas money that we got from our families. But it was really expensive when we looked at it just after Christmas, and it had gone down to half that price. So I decided to buy it because we've really got into board gaming. I mean, we've always played a particular board game, but we have been trying out a couple of new ones, and this one is supposed to be excellent for a 2-player game, which is what we're always looking for, really. So I bought that. It doesn't fall into any of the categories. I think it will be good for us to have essentially a third game that we can play just the two of us, and it kind of aligns with my feelings of wanting to spend less time scrolling and shopping on my phone. So that's what I've done today, but no, I don't think I've done any other browsing even for things that I don't want to be buying this year. I've told myself I can't. And one of the things I've done, I'll try and insert some footage here. One of the things I've done is gone through my phone and got rid of any apps for places like In the Style or Next, or I'm trying to think what else there was. Basically any shop specific apps that I use and that have like my payment info saved to them, that kind of thing, so that they're not easy access for me anymore. I've also unsubscribed from any emails I've seen coming in, and on Instagram and Facebook been asking it to remove adverts of things that I don't want to see for the forthcoming year. I don't know how effective that will be, but I've just been trying to do that because I know that it's essentially advertising works on me, and if they show me something that I know I like or that I like the look of, I will probably click on it, and there's always a risk, isn't there? So although I am feeling pretty steadfast in my intentions right now, I am doing what I can to kind of avoid those triggers anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to give a bit of an update, really. I know that there are other reasons why people are following my channel, and I am planning to do another video later this week about my career change, which is one of the other things that is part of my sort your life out type approach at the moment. And I also am trying out a new diary system for just house management, not for work, that kind of thing, but house management and life management, which I've literally just started this week. I did actually film a video of it the other day, but it was rubbish, bad lighting, and I didn't do a very good job of explaining it, so I'm going to film it again at some point. But yeah, I thought you might like to hear about it because it's not something I've ever heard of, and I have tried a lot of journal, diary, calendar systems in my time, and this I think could be brilliant. Not for everybody, definitely not, but could be really good. And I'm thinking of setting up some templates for the bits and pieces you need for it. So if you're interested in hearing about that, I will maybe chat about it when I talk about my career change, but there will be a video about that anyway at some stage. I'm rambling. I'm going to go to bed. I have an early morning work thing that I need to get some sleep for, but I just wanted to say hello. Hoping this will be, well, I mean, by the time you're watching this, it would have been uploaded, won't it? But I'm hoping that will be Friday this week that you'll get to see this. And my plan going forward is that I'll upload Wednesdays and Sundays to YouTube, but I am putting other bits and bobs on Instagram. I will try and remember to put reels as shorts onto YouTube as well. I've struggled with it this week, partly because I'm not really used to shorts, but also because I keep posting them and then realising that once I've done that I can't download them, so I need to download them before I press post. Anyway, ramble, but there will be more coming. Follow me over on Instagram. Please click subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and if you'd like to come along on the no buy journey or would like to hear more about what I'm doing to sort my life out in 2024. I think I've said before, but aiming to be as realistic as possible with you, showing you the mess, showing you the lack of motivation when it's there, showing you the mental health problems, speaking to you when I've got a bad throat and sound like a man. Not that there's anything wrong with sounding like a man, but you know what I mean. And yeah, being honest if I do slip up when it comes to the no buy year rules. So really enjoying kind of sharing with you guys on YouTube so far. I know some of you have been kind of messaging me on Instagram when you see a video and have watched it, maybe, I mean, that's lovely, and please keep messaging me. I'd love to chat to you. But it would be so helpful to me if you could comment on the videos, because on YouTube, that is, because that just ups the engagement for the algorithm, as far as I understand it. And I'm obviously right at the beginning of the YouTube journey, as it were. But I would love for more people to see my stuff. And I'm hoping to kind of not rebrand or anything. That sounds like a ridiculous thing to say in itself. But hoping to kind of make things look a bit better for thumbnails and that sort of thing in the coming weeks. So please comment and say hello. In fact, if you've made it to the end of this video, I'm going to hop on a trend and ask you to post a... What shall I ask you to post? The little bag of money, if you can find that emoji. Post that in the comments, just to show you've managed to make it to the end of this video. Well done. I'm very aware that I ramble and that it's late and that I probably look awful. Anyway, good night, and I will speak to you all soon. I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.